Equality is held as a very important value in the political discourse. Equality has been mentioned in French Revolution. Liberty, equality, and fraternity. And communist revolutions are about rectifying certain mistakes done during French Revolution. Communism as an end conceived as absence of inequality in the property. It is proposed that it would give the ideal society. But the point is, do people really want this equality? Do people really want? I would say people don't want equality. In fact, nobody wants to be equal to the other. But he often states that he wants to be equal. And whom does he want to be equal? If he is here and somebody is here, he wants to be equal to the one above. And he doesn't want to be equal to the one below. So which means what he wants is not equality. He wants to go up. This going up can be in terms of money, in terms of power, anything. We don't come across anybody who wants to be equal to somebody below him. So, if person wants equality, he should be seeking equality with anyone, but it is not. He is seeking equality with somebody above, which means in the name of equality, he wants more money, more land, more power. So that should not be confused with equality. Okay. What are the implications of this? I think tremendous. Take, for example, in an industrial undertaking, trade unions may prefer socialism. Why? Because trade unions or workers don't have property. They're only contributing labor and somebody else has property. So, if arrangements can be made in which they can have decision making along with the owners, then that is good. Okay. So workers are going to have more than what they have. They would accept it. So these workers are called proletariat. So, do proletariat want to run industry with power? Yes, very much. Do they want workers' councils to have a role in decision making? Very much. Because it enhances their power. And same thing about, now come to rural. Some have huge land and there are landless. The landless want to get land from the landlords. They want land like that. So people with less land want to have more land. The landless want to have land. As long as they are going to get more land, they will be with socialist agenda. So peasants and proletariat can be combined to establish socialism or communism. So Lenin could talk about workers' councils and land distribution. Surely, except those who have property and capital, would support such an agenda. But support to such an agenda cannot be construed as support to communism. Why is it so? The proletariat would like to have their councils to have power. So the problem doesn't come here. It comes from peasants. They want redistribution, and once they have the redistribution, they don't want to give the land. They don't want to keep the land under a commune, and that is what communism is. They don't want to keep it under a collective entity, collectivization. Loss of private property. So they would be against taking away private property. They would be against collectivization. They would be against commune. But this is what Marx glorified, and this is what Lenin tried to apply. So Marx thought that the people would prefer living in a community, and Lenin thought that is how the society should be. But where is the support to that? And when there is no support to that, we have to see, to the extent that the people are with Lenin, what is it that they are agreeing with Lenin? They are agreeing for more land, more power. They are not fighting for equality. They are not fighting for better society, nor is it convincing what Lenin thinks as a better society is in fact a better society. So Marx had an idea that living in a commune is a higher kind of ideal without any support, not from the majority, but not even from one person. Because you have to find a person who wants to be equal with somebody below. You can't. So there is no support for the goal of equality. So the ideal of equality is nobody's ideal. People want to be equal to somebody above them, not anyone below them. So which means equality is not the real ideal. So um, when when a system posits something which people don't want, and in pursuing that system, a lot of violence need to be created. So a totalitarian system had to be created because what is proposed under communism is completely unnatural and anti-human. That is just not the way human being wants to live at all. That is not his instinct. That is not his nature. He always wants more, and he doesn't want to be equal to anybody who is below him. So, totalitarianism had to be created because people don't share the ideal of communism.